Hello dear friends of my YouTube channel Retro Photo House. Today I want to share my knowledge about another subject. So here in my hands I have Helios 44-2 prime lens, very famous, very known, and we will talk about very common thing. It happens very often because this lens is quite old, and often you can find a fungus inside. So I'll show you my specimen here. You may see. You see on the edge, from rear side and from the front side there is as well here on the edge of front element. You may see here on the edge near 44-2 writing and near serial name number as well. So as I said, this is common problem because lens is old, generally 30 years or even more, and I will show you how to clean the fungus by yourself. It is relatively easy manipulation. So, but for doing this you may need some tools. So first of all, you will need lens wrench or calipers or pointed forceps. This is for removing the rings that holding optical elements in their places. Then you will need the cleaning cloth like this one. I use the Chinese, just it's a very cheap and very efficient solution. And you need also at least one rubber glue because you will work with chemicals. You will need the 98% pure alcohol, and also you will need the ammonium hydrochloride chemical. This one is very efficient against organic residues. Fungus is organic thing, and so I wrote here. It can be found in the drugstore. So the name is ammonium hydroxide or ammonia water or aqua ammonia. This is common name for this chemical, and chemical formula is NH4OH. So I think this chemical you can find easily and in your drugstore. And again, I repeat, this is very efficient thing to clean up organic residues. So let's start from the beginning. Just take your lens and using calipers, here there are two little grooves you may see. One groove here and another here. So with help of calipers, for example, here you put like this and you remove the ring, or with the pointed forceps as well, the same thing here, or with the lens wrench. With lens wrench it's really the easiest way. You just put it into the grooves. By turning counterclockwise you are starting to remove the ring. Unscrew the ring. This ring is holding the front optical element on its place. Here you have. Then just you turn you put your cleaning cloth, you put it like here, and just you turn the lens like this. Hop. You see here what do we have? front optical element, a spacer ring, and inner front optical element. They all are inside like this. In this position, we will need to put it inside after. But now what we have here, we have just a fungus and oil, so we need to clean it up. Then you just take the, so let's see where is fungus, our fungus here. On the edges, you see? On the edges there is a fungus. Yeah, near my finger. Near my fingers. You see? Thin little lines, white lines. So just now, why I said we need rubber gloves, because ammonium hydroxide is very strong chemical, and it can injure your fingers, your skin, so you need to work with in gloves. Just you wipe out the oil or whatever else there is, and then you just put a bit of chemical on the inner side like this, and with cleaning cloths you just turn it, and you wipe it out very meticulously like this. Or you can just put it aside a bit with the chemical to let it act. If this is in the case, if fungus is really old, and with one simple manipulation you can't remove it. But generally, in general case, this chemical is so strong that if you will put just a little bit of chemical and wipe it out with cleaning cloths, it's okay, it's completely okay. Like this. Then, to remove the residues of ammonium hydroxide, you just take your medical alcohol here. You put a little bit onto surfaces and you wipe it out. And you can do this from both sides. So this is a little bit dirty cleaning cloth, so I will, for final cleaning, I will take the new one, in fact. So here I'm taking completely new one, clean. I wipe it out and you can see the result. This is completely clean, you see, without any fungus, any dirt, just a scratch, a little scratch here. So first optical element is cleaned, you put it aside, and just you check up your inner front optical element. If there is any fungus or whatever else, there is a oil, so I will just clean the oil. This, for cleaning up of the oil, just alcohol, it's okay, or even dry cleaning cloth is okay. You check up, it's okay if it's clean. Yes. and you put it aside. The same thing, you can clean from oil the spacer ring that we put between two optical elements. So front block is cleaned out. Another thing, rear. We have the fungus also here, you see? So we need to remove the optical block, rear optical block. So depending of the serial, depending of the manufacturer and year of manufacturing, you may encounter two rear block, optical block construction. Here you may see there are two pairs of grooves, external one and internal one. You see? So if you have this one, it's more easy. But you can encounter also the lens with only one pair of grooves, internal one. It means that there is no optical block removable in this lens, and the optical elements are just fixed in the lens body. So this one is more complicated, but we can, however, clean it normally, but just a little bit more of efforts. Okay, so I will just explain first one, the with removable optical block. So we have here two pairs of grooves. By using the lens wrench or calipers, you just put your instrument into external pair of grooves, and by turning counterclockwise you remove completely lens block. You remove rear lens block, you see? And here you just have the lens body without any optical elements. And here there are two optical elements, external, rear external, and rear internal. So with this lens, if we will remove the ring, we will remove the optical elements one by one. I will show you a bit later how to do this. So let's work with our fungus here. You see? We need to remove two optical elements from optical block. There is an inner pair of grooves. You take your instrument, you remove the ring, and you have your rear optical element. And there is inside also the inner rear optical element. On the inner side of optical block there is also a pair of grooves. With your instrument you remove it. There is a ring and there is a optical element. So let's see where our fungus lives. Here on the edges of inner optical element, you see? And here what do we have? Also fungus. So we need to clean up two elements. So and we just proceed in the same way as I showed you. No fungus at all, you see? So, and here we have just our optical elements, rear and front, as you may see here. So once we have cleaned all optical surfaces, we will start to reassemble our lens. We take rear optical block and we put the optical element inside. You see the shape? Here this is straight side, and here some kind of curved shape. So you need to put the optical element like this. You see, in this position. You take the ring and you fix the optical element inside the lens block. Once it's done, then you take the inner rear optical block. It should be put inside like this. Like this. Then you take the ring and you fix it inside. So we have reassembled our optical block. There is no fungus. And you just put the optical block inside the lens. And you fix it with lens wrench using external pair of grooves. So rear part is done, then we need to put the front. For doing this, you just take your cleaning cloth, you put the optical element in this way on your 2 fingers and you put it inside. Hop, here we have. Then you take the ring spacer, you put it like this. Then also using the cleaning cloth, the same shape. You see, straight from one side and curved from external side. You put curved external side onto your cleaning cloth like this, onto your fingers. You take the lens and you put optical element inside. Here you have. You take the external ring, you put it on its place and you fix it. You're done. Fungus is cleaned, lens is clean inside, except some just little dust, but this is really hard to remove. So it's done. You have performed the work onto the first version of Helios, where there is a removing rear optical block with 2 pair of grooves. If you have this one, it's just more or less the same thing, but you do not remove the rear side of the lens. You're just removing the optical elements, like here. You just put your instrument in the inner pair of grooves, but in all the cases there is only 1 pair of grooves. You remove the ring, then you remove the same optical elements the same as here, but there is only the difference. There is a spacer ring as in the front. There is a spacer ring and it should be all together like this. Curved surface to external, to outer side. And once cleaned, you just put it inside, as I showed you for the front group of optical elements. The curved side you put on your fingers with cleaning cloth. You put element inside on its place. You put the ring like this, and you put the rear element also with curved side externally to the outer side like this, and you just fix it with the ring. So, and you are done. So just you cleaned by yourself the fungus and you can enjoy this great, indeed great lens. This is Retro Photo House. We are working for you, for your satisfaction. If you need some tested and cleaned Russian lenses, please visit my eBay store. Thank you. Goodbye.